Hey, Xiomy here. So today I wanted to film my January wrap up, and I know we're basically halfway through February, but I just completely forgot to film this. So I'm not going to be speaking too much about the books just because I read an entire series. I also read the final installment within a series, and I don't want to give you any spoilers, but overall I'm going to give you my thoughts, my feels, if these books made me fangirl. So without further ado, let's get into this video. The first book that I'm going to be speaking about is North and South. This is Avatar: The Last Airbender, the library edition. At the end of December, I picked up part 1, so I decided to continue with part 2 and 3. And even though the first one usually never is a fave of mine, just because it's that build up and it takes a little bit, it's really slow, and just sometimes I'm not feeling, because I'm like, what is it that they're gonna do and whatnot. But second and third one were really good. I really enjoyed going back into this world, seeing these characters again, just because these characters hold a special place within my heart. But I loved this one just because we went back to the South Pole. And how is it that the South Pole has evolved, and how is it that, you know, it has changed throughout time. It was a bit shocking, I'm going to admit, because like I was like, oh my god, this is so cool, but like, damn, are they gonna accept it? And also them also accepting their home place having changed is something that I thought it was a really good take on the story, which, because we haven't seen them go back to, you know, where they're from. So this was really an entertaining book. I loved things that were happening. There were some things, especially a part of Katara's family, that I was just like, whoa, like it was a bit of a shocker, but I understand, you know, why is it that it happened. And I was like, about damn time, you know, because, you know, okay, I'm not gonna say anymore because then I'm gonna give you spoilers. But overall, everything was entertaining, and I also didn't know that this is the final time that we're gonna see like the writer in this book, just because in the margins we do get extra info, and he kept on thanking his fans and thanking, you know, his readers, and being like content, and I was like, why is he doing all this, until I decided to look get a little bit more research done. And then I found out that this the last time that they're gonna be together, and I was like, oh, because I really do enjoy this artwork. So we're gonna see how is it that the new artist or the new writer, you know, has a take on Avatar: The Last Airbender. But overall, this was really good. It was entertaining, and I give it 4 out of 5 stars. The next series that I decided to tackle is one that I am completely obsessed with. If you don't know anything about me, Six of Crows and the Witchland series are 2 of my all-time favorite series, and I decided to reread the entire series. But I started with Truth Witch just because I want to be in a really good mood, and also, you know, have everything in my mind fresh so when I start Blood Witch, because like these characters are ones that I root for, these characters are ones that I adore, that I love with all my heart, and like having to go on this adventure with them and the whirlwind journey that they're on is just something that's simply breathtaking. And I love the friendships, I love the bonds, I love this world, I just love everything about it. Like, let's be real, because Isolde and Sophia are just such amazing characters, because Sophia is really reckless. She's, you know, she's a hothead, you know, and I understand why people really don't enjoy this series. I like in the beginning, because like the first 100 so pages were all over the place, because we are following Sophia as a main character, and she still hasn't decided what is it that she wants, what is it that she's going to do with her life, because she still hasn't, you know, grounded herself and like discovered what is it that she wants to do with her life. But their friendship, their bond between Sophia and Isolde is something that's so beautiful. The fact that they're willing to risk everything just to be together is something that I've always found just breathtaking, because I love it so much. There are moments that were heartfelt, because there's a cleaving moment here that just broke my heart, but the plot and twists and turns that are happening are just at times jaw-dropping. They're just simply incredible, and it's like sometimes you're watching a movie while reading. The things that are happening, especially the adventure scenes, the fight scenes, are just really well thought out and well written. It's just something that I enjoy so much. And also Adwin, like getting to read certain parts from him again, I was just completely fangirling. Let's just admit, because Adwin is one of my favorite characters, and also Isolde. I will ride or die with Isolde. I love her so freaking much, and like getting to be back in this world with them, I was just like, I was content. I was fangirling to the highest potential. You have no idea how much. But on my first read, I gave this 4.8 out of 5 stars, just because there's a certain ship that I don't ship, and even though my second time that I reread it I was okay with it, on my third time I kind of understand why is it that it came out of nowhere, and why is it that, you know, they have this attraction. But overall I don't ship those two, but I love these characters. And then, you know, I finished this one, so I decided to pick up Wind Witch. If I fangirled with Truth Witch, I'm sorry, I can't even pronounce that right now, with Wind Witch, I was completely obsessed, fangirling, like screaming. I have to admit, I woke up my dogs a couple of times, because I was just like screaming internally, because I was trying to hold my excitement, because there are certain scenes events, situations where there are two characters that I completely ship with all my freaking heart. These two characters are just like one of my OTPs. Obviously I'm not going to say because of spoilers, but bear in mind that when you go into Wind Witch, all these characters that you discovered in Truth Witch and Wind Witch, they have been separated and they're each following their own agenda and also trying to also in one way or another like get back to one another, but the journeys, the events, the situations that are happening are making them continue to drift apart. So it's them trying to decide what is it that they want to do and, you know, risk a lot of things within their lives. But the adventures were just simply amazing. I have to admit that Vivia is a character that we do get a new perspective of, and she's a perspective that on the first read that I have this book, I was like, okay, but on my reread I was fangirling for Vivia. You have no idea. I was just like, oh my god, this woman is just making me sweat so much because I freaking adored her. She's a character that I can't wait to see what else is it that she does, because she feels like such a badass, strong, fierce character that I can't wait to see what else is it that she does, and getting to know these characters a little bit deeper was just, I love this. This is 5 out of 5 stars. The world building continues to get amazing. The characters are just simply beautiful, and just everything per se is just loved it so much. And obviously I picked up the novella within the same series. It's Sight Witch. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars just because there are some things that left me with more questions than answers, and I'm still trying to ponder a lot of things that are happening, but I understand a lot of things that arose in this one. So like read this, then reread certain parts in this one, because I was just like, oh damn it, now I get why this is happening, why I get that this is happening. But we get further development from the paladins. I just want to know more, you know, I just want to understand what was it that really went down, because even though we get a lot of information, because this is told through journal entry formats, journal/diary entry formats, it was really incredible getting to know more details from within this world. And also a Sight Witch, how is it that a Sight Witch is made, you know, is something that was really intriguing and something that kept my intrigue. But like I said, there are more questions than answers, and I also want to know how is it that something is going to be handled within the other books, especially referring to a certain character. And even though that I know that I think that there might be a character that might be saved, I also have to be realistic and say, like, has this taken a toll on him? Can he actually be saved? So yeah, or can they actually be saved? So yeah, this was really good. I loved it. I also loved knowing more about Ryber and getting to know, you know, what makes her drive, her wants, her desires, and you know how much she values family and how much her sisters are important to her. So I'm really intrigued as to what is it that's going to happen next. And I might cry in Blood Witch just because I don't think I'm ready. Like, I'm ready, but I'm not ready. Especially after having read this and, like, piecing things together. My god, I'm just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. But I have to admit that Susan Dennard... okay, I don't know if you pronounce Susan Dennard or Susan Dennard, because I'm hearing people that pronounce Dennard. So I'm gonna have to look that up. But I can't wait to see how is it that she's going to further develop these characters and the situations that they're in. So she is a master of interweaving things, so that I have to give it to her. And the final book that I picked up was through audio format, and that is City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. My reread of this book, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars just because, I don't know, but I don't feel the emotional connection that I felt the first time. Like, there are things that were a bit heartfelt, especially a certain character that I really did love in the Infernal Devices, you know, and getting him within this story as a whole. But I don't know, like, there were things that were good. I understand things that were done. There are characters whose deaths I just really never wanted, because I was like, these characters could have had so much potential within the series. But I understand. But overall, it was good. It was nice to go back into this world and just, you know, to finally finish the Mortal Instruments, you know, as of right now, in order for me to get back into the Shadowhunter world, just because I want to start TDA and those characters are introduced here. So it was nice to see everything again, but overall I was just okay. The audiobook, I heard it at 2 times speed just because I just really wanted to get it over with, but overall it was good. But those are all the books that I read for the month of January. If I have to say which one is my favorite, it definitely has to be Wind Witch, just because I completely obsessed and fangirl with this book so much. So if you want to tell me which was your favorite read for the month of January, then feel free and we'll chit chat down below. But I want to say thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, and I will see you next time. Peace.